floor. Let's listen in here on this on Live Now from Fox.
Up for human rights across our nation. Do you realize what it's like, Mr. Chair, for the people outside the chamber right now, listening in agony to their own government dehumanizing them? To hear the President of the United States, we helped elect, dispute death tolls as we see video after video of dead children and parents under rubble. Mr. Chair, do you know what it's like to fear rising hate crimes, to know how Islamophobia and anti-Semitism makes us all less safe, and worry that your own child might suffer the horrors that 6-year-old Wadia did in Illinois? I can't believe I have to say this, but Palestinian people are not disposable. We are human beings, just like anyone else. My city, my grandmother, like all Palestinians, just wants to live her life with freedom and human dignity we all deserve. Speaking up to save lives, Mr. Chair, no matter faith, no matter ethnicity, should not be controversial in this chamber. The cries of the Palestinian and Israeli children sound no different to me. What I don't understand is why the cries of Palestinians sound different to you all.
I'll stop that right there. And I'll just start off by saying, immigrants come to America and get too comfortable, right? And then they get a reality check like this, right? I watch them all the time. I've been watching them for the past 20 years of my life, since I come to a realization that ain't no such thing as no diversity coalition with people that come to America, with black Americans, the descendants of slaves. I'm not talking about black immigrants from Africa or wherever, wherever, Jamaica, Africa, Brazil, whatever, right? Colombia, wherever. I'm talking about American descendants of slaves, right? The people that gave you jazz, hip hop, right? Gospel, etc. Right? Peanut butter, stoplights, gas, masks, inventions, open heart surgery. I'm talking about those people. Now, but immigrants, they come to America and they get too comfortable in America, right? And then they wind up with their face up on the TV, right, with flashing pictures of their grandmother. I got a grandmother too. She's 93 years old. She lived through apartheid in America all her life, through Jim Crow, right? And in the end, to get all the shit they went through, to get fooled by like Barack Obama and people like that, right? Get tricked, fooled, and mocked by Obama and all that kind of shit. It's pure fuckery, right? And then for them to flood this place with immigrants, like Rashida Tlaib, right, who's now crying, flashing pictures of her grandmother who's running for her life in Palestine from Zion Nazi bombs, indiscriminate bombs, killing 5,000, unarmed children. Do I have to say unarmed 5,000 children, and old people like her grandmother, right? So a lot of them, a lot of these immigrants, and I've been waiting for it. I've been watching and waiting, right? I've been waiting for it, waiting to see, like I watched the, Hispanics, down at the border, and I watched the, now I'm watching the Arabs, different groups, right? I'm waiting for the Indians next. The Indians from India, not the American Indian, right? I'm watching them, everybody's starting to get a little bit of taste, right? They're getting the taste of that American pie, you see? They come here, they wanna come to America and they wanna be Americans, right? You see? And these are the people, all of these different groups they come here and they'll say, I got nothing to do with these niggers here, right? Like that woman sitting to the right of the screen, her name is Ilhan Omar. She's from, I think, Somalia somewhere. And she made a comment on a late night talk show about black Americans, where she said, I wouldn't be offended by, Negroes getting lynched and burnt alive at the stake and all kinds of stuff in America. The history of what happened, 1960s and all that shit, right before I was born, and with my grandmother, my mother, my father, all the shit they had to go through, right? And she said on TV and she said, I wouldn't be offended by any of that. That's not my history. I don't have nothing to really do with that. So how can you really expect these people, to fight for you or care? You watch them make statements like that. And, and I've worked with a lot of these people. They're very hostile. A lot of these Mexicans and, Africans from Africa and these Arabs and different groups. I've worked with them. Ukrainian. I worked with a real hostile Ukrainian who claimed to be a pastor of a church. He was a hardcore racist. He ain't like black people, right? So I've been around a lot of these immigrants all my life. You know what I mean? I'm an old man now, right? And I've watched them, act a fool, right? And I watched them come and get real comfortable in America, right? They come to America, they real comfortable. Like her and her people up in Michigan, you see. And now, right, they're about to learn. Now you gotta learn what America is really about, right? Unfortunately, or fortunately. So a lot of them, they are starting to learn what America, what America is all about, the hard way, right? She watching her grandmother and her cousins and whatnot, and nieces and nephews get pummeled with 2,000-pound bunker buster bombs against people, with no weapons. They calling this a war, right? This is the type of shit, like the American press is nothing but a Nazi propaganda machine, where they come on and say, this is a war, right? Let me tell you something. How the fuck is a person, how is it a war when you got somebody with a machine gun and then you got somebody with a 2,000-pound bunker buster bomb in an F-16 jet? How's that a war? Explain that shit to me. That's not a war, right? A war is when you have two equal groups, right? But I'm glad they think that that's a war. Good. See, because when the Lord of Hosts come, it's going to look just like, the whole world is going to look like Gaza. And the Lord of Hosts is going to look like the Israeli army and the American forces all put into one. And the whole world going to look like Gaza. So I'm glad that's your definition of war. Since you motherfuckers think that's, the definition of war. Oh yeah, it's a war, right? It's like a motherfucker with a nuclear bomb against somebody with a broken, rusty .38 revolver that only got 4 bullets in it, and then you say, well, that's a war. This is a war. It's not a war. You people are trying to these people are trying to justify genocide. You see? I keep telling people this is a war. It's not a war. What the Lord of Hosts gonna do to them ain't gonna be no war. But you call it what you want. Since you feel like a lopsided conflict is a war, well, good. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you adhered to that, that concept of a war. Then you won't feel bad, right? But I digress. But immigrants, right? They got too comfortable. They get too comfortable in America, and now they on TV with their face She crying and holding up pictures of her grandmother. Right? These are the same people who tell you, I don't have nothing to do with reparations, and my tax money shouldn't go to reparations. But you know what? They ain't got a damn problem with their tax money going to give Israel, 15 billion, $20 billion a year. Nobody says anything about that until they start blowing your grandmother into small pieces with 2,000-pound bunker buster bombs. Oh, now, hey, wait a minute, why are you giving money to Israel? Right? Nobody complains. No Mexicans complaining. Nobody complaining, right? Till they go to Mexico and start blowing, all these Mexican apart with 25,000-pound bunker buster bombs or something, right? Then they're like, ay caramba, what's going on around here, right? Then it's a problem, right? Then they want to complain. Hey, who's giving money to these people to bomb these people, whatever, right? Now it's a problem. But other than that, you don't have no problem with them giving away billions of dollars to Ukraine and Israel to just blow people apart, right? And kill people. And then, come up with these stories about a war. This is not a war. Cut it out. That's not a war. But if you think lopsided conflicts is a war, cool, fine. Well, let's play that game for now, right? It's gonna end badly, but we'll play that game. Right? We'll go along with it for now. So immigrants, they come here, they got real comfortable in America until they start getting in their ass, right? And start shaking up their honorary racist white card or whatever. I don't know if I should call it an honorary white card or, honorary, because Barack Obama, he's a white man, but he's kind of brown skinned, so I don't know whether to call it an honorary Nazi card or, because you could be a Nazi no matter what color your skin is, right? Or your honorary white card, or what should I call it, right? Your American card. You come here to be America. You want to get Americanized. She wanted to come to it. They want to be in America. They up in Detroit, in Michigan. There's a lot of Arabs up there, and all around Minnesota. They got the Somalis and all these different African groups and Arabs, right? And these different Hispanic groups everywhere. They want to be in America. Good. I hope you enjoy your stay in America. It's about to come to a screeching halt. Got some bad news for you, all you American immigrants, right? See, I ain't no immigrant. You see, I'm not an immigrant. My grandparents were slaves. You see, they weren't immigrants. They shot them and chained them the fuck up and drugged their ass screaming and kicking, you see, and tied them up. So I ain't no motherfucking immigrant. And none of my family is immigrants, see? We had a different experience. We didn't get on no boat and get no immigration papers and come to America, right? So the shit is different. When I look at these people, they come here and they got a problem with black people in America, the descendants of slaves, right? They come here to be Americanized, and they think they live in the American dream until they turn on the TV and somebody blowing their grandmother into small pieces. And they say, hey, Joe Biden, what are you doing? This is not fair, right? He said, shut up, you terrorist. Then you feel some kind of way, right? Then you say, hey, come on, man, we got to all stick together and stop this. What? Stick together? We got to stick together and stop it? Yeah, man, come on. Listen, I won't march with no dumbass Negroes. I'm sure not going to march with no Arabs or no Hispanics or no other groups. I ain't marching. You know who I'm going to march with? The Lord of Hosts and his holy armies. That's the only people and groups I will march with. Right? when I get on my knees and kiss his feet and say thank you for salvation, for saving me, right, from these people. Thank you for saving me from them. Thank you for saving even my family that don't understand what you're about to do. I kiss your feet and I say thank you for saving them, these fools, from these people. That's the only way you want me to go with you, right? What would you have me do, Lord? And I already know what he's going to tell me. He's going to say, get in line over there with them men. I got something for you, right? That I need you to do. And I say, yes, Lord. You see? But I would never march with no immigrants from no Arab country or no Hispanics or no white people or no Negro Americans. Nowhere. You see? I would never march with none of these people because we not the same. We not cut from the same cloth. I wouldn't march with you. The fuck is you talking about? What I look like I was born yesterday? Because wasn't nobody marching with the marchers, right, when they was spraying my grandparents on fire, trying to get civil rights and all this kind of shit. Wasn't nobody really marching with them. And then on the backs of the civil rights movement, they come here to the United States, right, and want to be Americans. These Hispanics and these Arabs and these Indians, these racists like Vivek Salami and all these racist Indians and Asians, and they come here, right, and they tell you, I ain't got nothing to do with what happened to you and your people. I should have to pay no money for reparations. My tax dollars shouldn't go for that. But they don't argue about tax money going to Israel to bomb babies or bomb people in Somalia or Libya or wherever the fuck in South America, some goddamn where. But they'll argue with black people, right? So I ain't marching nowhere with you. Goddamn all that marching, you see. I only march with the Lord of hosts. That's it. That's the only person I would march behind. I never march with a bunch of phony, filthy hypocrites and liars, right? And Nazis, right? And wannabe Americans, you see, who don't know up from down, don't know which way is up, as the old movie title went with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby. Which way is up? They don't know which way is up, you see. They running across the ocean looking for white people in America, right? They diving in the ocean, running across the border, sneaking in the back of a van, right? What's wrong with where you live at, motherfucker? You see? That's why I don't fuck with you. What's wrong with where you live at? And how did it get that way? Tell me that. And if you ask them, they'll leave a whole lot out of that story. You see? If you ask them, what's wrong with Palestine? Miss Arab lady that's crying in Congress about you and holding up pictures of your grandmother. What's wrong in Palestine? How did it get that way? You want to tell the truth? While you over here probably talking about how you really ain't trying to support nothing for Negroes. I got you. That's cool. Now explain to me how it got that way. Guarantee you're going to leave a lot out of that story. Why? Because you here trying to get favors from the people that fucked you over. That's why you ain't going to tell that whole story. But I got to tell the whole story. I don't have that, convenience to just show up in America for like 30, 40 years and then start telling stories about shit that ain't true. And leaving out, 50 years, 100 years of history, or 20 years of history, or 50 or whatever, 200 years of history. I don't have that. I don't get that carte blanche to do that, right? But these people do, right? They just show up here. They're Americans now, and fuck you, your grandmother, your grandfather, everybody from Jim Crow back to the slaves, right? Get out my way, nigger. Vamos, amigo. Right? Or whatever language they put it in. You see? We don't get them. We don't get carte blanche to do that. They just come over here. What's wrong with these niggas? I don't know what the problem is, right? And they move right to the front of the line or something, I guess, until something happens to them. You see, now they want you to sympathize with them. Oh my God, they killing my grandmother. They bombing my grandmother. They bombing all my cousins. They blew apart, my sister and her 4-year-old baby. Come on, you gonna go march and help me out? Protest Joe Biden? Listen, motherfucker, I could have told you not to vote. I didn't vote for Joe Biden. Why should I go protest? I already protested. I didn't vote for this motherfucker ever. Why the fuck should I go protest Joe Biden? I protested this motherfucker for the past 20 years. I never voted for him. When he was with Obama, I didn't vote for him. Every time he was with Obama, I didn't vote for him. When he was a senator, I didn't vote for him. When he became president, I didn't vote for him. What the fuck do I gotta protest Joe Biden for? Y'all the ones supported him and voted for him. Them Arab people up there in Michigan. I could have told you not to fuck with Joe Biden, but you wouldn't listen to me. Why? Because you say, fuck this dumb nigger. We don't have to listen to you. Get out of my way, nigger. I just got here to America 20 years ago. I'm an American. Right? I don't know what your problem is. You're lazy. These is good white people around here, and you wasting time. You're not getting with them and, making it happen. I'm in America. I got my citizenship. Listen, look out. Watch out. Excuse me. Right? I came here to, get my honorary American white card or whatever it is that you're doing in America. What you think you're doing in America, right? I could have told you not to vote for Joe Biden, but you wouldn't listen to me. So that's fine. Fuck you. You go vote for Joe Biden and then start complaining. Now you want to complain. Hey, Joe Biden. Hey, this ain't right. What you doing? I wanna, protest Joe Biden. Let's get 100,000 people. Joe Biden was with the KKK trying to put my grandparents and me and every other nigga in America in concentration camps. You see? So that's why I don't fuck with no Joe Biden. You see? I don't even know if he ever even apologized for that. But then Negroes lined up to vote for him, and Arabs and Mexicans and everybody else. I didn't forget. So I don't got to protest. Why? Because I never voted for him. That was my protest. See? Stupid. I never trusted him from the beginning. So that's one less thing. I mean, ain't no big deal. Nobody cares about me and my little one vote. But hey, at least personally, that's something I don't got to worry about. I don't got to go try to get Joe Biden out of office. Or I don't got to try to jockey Joe Biden to do nothing. Because I wasn't supporting him anyway for what he did to my grandparents. Right? Now he bombing your grandmother and you want me to go out and protest. I don't think so. I'm good. I already protested. Anything else? You got anything else? I could have told you that, stupid. Don't fuck with Joe Biden. That's a no-brainer. You see? I won't make this too long, man, but these immigrants, man, they come and they get real comfortable in America, right? And they look down on you. They think they better. They come here and think they hit a lick. They done came up in America, right? But these good people in America, right? Okay. The American experiment is over with. Y'all just ain't got it yet. It ain't sunk in yet. Maybe it's sinking in for her. She on TV crying about her grandmother getting bombed in Palestine, right? Palestine gonna be destroyed, right? Along with a lot of other places. Take a good look at Palestine, because a lot of people, no matter where you at, it's gonna look like Palestine soon. It's gonna look like Gaza Strip. You see? Right? The party is over with. Y'all late to the party. It's over. The party is over with. Right? It's all downhill from here. And it's going to be a rough fucking ride on the way down. So get used to it. Right? They run to America. I was going down that road. I may go down that path. They ran to America. You see? You ran to the same people. Let's just cut to the chase. You ran over here and bootlicked the same people that destroyed where you were living at. That makes sense? With no shame. You don't have no shame. Right? These Hispanics, right? They destroyed Latin America and they run over here and get with these people. They destroyed Japan. Didn't the white man bomb Japan, drop 2 nuclear bombs on Japan? I'm just saying. Right? So everybody runs over here and fornicate with the devil. And they expect it to be like, everything's coming up sunshine for them. They're Americans, they got a flag. It's a diversity flag with they got some white people over here, some Hispanics over here, some Asians, some Arabs, some African immigrants, this person, that person. With no real fucking clue what's about to happen and what's going on around them. You see? You want to come to America to get a slice of the devil's pie. Good. You're about to get 2 slices of the devil's pie with some cream on top. Some whipped cream or some shit on it. Right? Like her. You see? She getting a reality check. Right? All the people in the Congress is trying to get rid of her ass now. Right? All of her them people. I don't even understand. They talking about censoring her. They want to put her ass out of Congress and strip her from like some of her stuff in Congress or whatever. And they want her ass gone. I thought they was your friends. You was American. Why would they do something like that? Not these good, nice people. All these good, nice people in America, why would they do that? You came here to America for freedom and democracy. Why are you crying with pictures of your grandmother? Right? What's wrong? Somebody bothering you in America? The people in Congress, the senators and all of them, they not on your side. They not supporting you. They trying to support killing your grandmother and the rest of your family that's left in Gaza and in the West Bank. And you bothered by that. Was you bothered 5 years ago? Or 10 years ago? Right. I'm just saying, like, what are you doing? I look at people like, what are y'all doing? Right? You want to protest Joe Biden, right? Like the Negro want to protest Joe Biden. What are you thinking about? You had plenty of opportunity to protest Joe Biden by not supporting him. It's real easy. Just you had plenty of opportunity to turn your back on him, but you didn't. Right? But you didn't. You gotta participate. You all in or something. I don't understand like what that rationale is. They call it what do they call it? The lesser of 2 evils. There's no such thing. It's just evil. You see? And when you find out, you feel foolish. You're like, oh, wait a minute, I got to protest Joe Biden now because he's going to kill my grandmother. He's helping kill my grandmother and, and drop bombs on her and shit. And my auntie and my cousin. But I thought you was down with the lesser of 2 evils. You don't like it no more? It ain't good to you no more? See, y'all people they think the lesser of 2 evils. I'm with this group or that group, and I'm with the lesser of 2 evils. Evil is just evil in the end. You see? Now you with the lesser of 2 evils, and you still ain't feeling, it's still not working out for you. Joe Biden is supposed to be the lesser of 2 evils compared to Donald Trump. Right? Ain't that what y'all say? Oh, I just went with the lesser of the two evils. Really? The lesser of two evils that smoked 10,000 unarmed people. People walking down the street with their children and pillowcases was left of them. That's the lesser of two evil? Are you fucking insane? What's your concept of evil? What the fuck is the concept of evil? Right? What is it? I mean, I don't understand. Where y'all getting this from? What is your concept of evil? If Joe Biden, Netanyahu, these Jews, these Israelis, all these people, the Republicans, and the people that's in Congress that's trying to throw this woman out of Congress because she won't be quiet, and she talking about she want a ceasefire. This is all the lesser of evil? You people got a sick concept of evil. America is a sick place, man. This place is weird and sick. Right? I'm gone, man. This shit is crazy. I mean, you know, when you start really breaking it down and looking at it for what it is, not for what you want it to be. It's a sick fucking place, man. With a bunch of sycophants, a bunch of sick people. A bunch of very damaged, bugged out people. Right? Trying to party and get a slice of the devil's pie. And it never seems to work out the way that they think. Right? These Arabs, now they feeling some kind of way. I guess the Hispanics, they feel some kind of way, right? Different groups, they feel some kind of way now, right? They wanted to be comfortable in America, and it's not working out quite the way they wanted, right? America exacts a heavy toll, right? What they always saying, the white man tell you, freedom ain't free. There I go, man, this shit is crazy. Freedom ain't free. You gotta give up your grandmother. What do you mean? You came to America for freedom, right? Arab woman, you came to America to get some goddamn democracy and freedom. Well, you give me your grandmother. You gotta give up your grandmother, right? And a couple of your cousins. You can't just be in America chilling. We require a blood sacrifice here in America. Let me explain something to you people. America demands a blood sacrifice from you, and you're going to give it up. Right? You have to give it up. I want your grandmother, right? Rubble and blood. I want a blood sacrifice. See? Welcome to America. Step right this way. Right? But she just wanted to, her and them Arabs up in Michigan just wanted to be comfortable in America, have fun, have a good old time. Right? America requires a blood sacrifice, right? The devil, see, I was gonna go, but let me say this. The devil requires a sacrifice, you fools. You people are fools. The devil requires a sacrifice. That's why when Christ, when the man mistakenly called Christ came upon a wicked spirit creature, right? And he told him, I'm a very powerful being. If you come here with me, come up on this mountain and look. He said, as far as you look, as your eyes can see, I will give you all of this shit and make these people bow down to you. All you got to do is side with me. And what did he tell him? Get behind me, Satan. I'm going to destroy you. Get down, Satan, because I'm about to destroy you. You see? Why? Because he knew if he made a deal with him, he was going to require a sacrifice. He was going to have to give up his family, somebody, something, a lot, to get down with this devil, and with these demons, and with these foul creatures. Aliens, call them whatever you want. She want to be in America. All these immigrants, they want to be comfortable in America and get real comfortable. Y'all got to give up a blood. Y'all got to give up something. Just like me, I had to give up something to be here in America. Right? I had to give up a lot to be here. You see? We had to give up 100 million of our people to be here in America. How many of y'all gonna sacrifice? Right? We had to give up 100 million of us. And it's only maybe 25 million black people in America. But we had to give up 100 million to the devil, to sacrifice to the devil, and 400 years of slavery and terrorism to be in America. What are you bringing to the table? Would be my question. What do you bring to the table as they asking these bitches nowadays, right? What you bringing to the table, Miss Arab lady? Oh, that's all you got? 2.2 million in Gaza? We'll take it. Well, don't worry, the devil will take that. It's a small sacrifice compared to what black people been through here. But you know what? I'm sure the devil will take your grandmother and the rest of them 2.2 million people in Gaza. And then you can just, come here and go to the mall and, go shopping and get yourself a nice little house with 2-car garage. Maybe cop you a nice whip. You know what I mean? Put some rims on that motherfucker, some 22s, right? Get yourself some cable TV, some Nikes, right? Maybe a Gucci bag or whatever the fuck you want to get, and live comfortably in America. Every now and then, something got to happen. You got to give up another sacrifice, but that's okay, right? Welcome to America, right? You see? America exacts a heavy toll, you see? These people exact, the devil expects a sacrifice. Satan and the Antichrist expects a sacrifice. You all will sacrifice, right? You will all sacrifice to the devil, to Satan, to the Antichrist. You will not live comfortably just walking into America, right? That's the kicker. That's where the rubber meets the road, right? You want to be in white supremacy and diversity and integration and Nazism, and you want to be involved in all this shit, comes with a price. Freedom ain't free like the white man said. Whatever this is, call it freedom, call it whatever you want to call it. It's not free. It requires a blood sacrifice. You see? Like my father when he jumped in front of a train and got blown to pieces, right? America requires a blood sacrifice, right? Like all my friends who got blown apart in the drug war, right? America requires a blood sacrifice from you. You comfortable in America. Here's my warning to you. Don't get too comfortable, right? America, the good news is, right? Let me end on something. Hold on. Stand by. They had something called the Arab slave trade, right? The Arabs and the slave trade. I'm going to read this before I go. She was crying. She said, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive," right? The whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom, right? Let's read that again. Amos 1 and 6. "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom." What does that mean? What is that? It's saying that Gaza, right, shall be punished and destroyed because why? These people of Gaza helped, you see, deliver the bloodlines and the 12 tribes into the hands of their enemies, the Edomites, right? Some people think that's the white man, right? The Romans, you see, how they delivered Christ unto the Romans, and the Romans would have been the Edomites, would have been the descendants of Edom in the Bible, right? And then his own people delivered him up to the Romans, right? So the Gazans, the Arabs delivered up help, just like the immigrants here, right? Philando Castile. They come here to deliver the Negro up, you see, to be destroyed. You see? They come here to deliver the Negro, right, in America to be destroyed. They say, shit, I'm here, I'm an American, right? Fuck these niggers. I come here, I'll deliver them up, to be destroyed and help. Give me a badge. I can shoot some of them. Philando Castile, right? I'll help you, you see? But what they failed to realize was, in the end, it was going to require a sacrifice, right? Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for the 4th, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because of what you have done. You see? So, you deliver up other people. The devil requires a sacrifice, but the Lord requires something even more than that, right? From everybody. He's going to require more. You see? Whole nations shall be judged, right? So they come here, people come here, they want to do wickedly. They want to fornicate with the devil, right? They want a comfortable spot on the slave ship. I can tell you that time is over with, man. I'm going to wrap on that. That's all I got.